Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives. Man, and in this video, we're going to talk about Anthony Edwards. And I did a video, and I posted it. And shout out to you guys for hitting me up, man, and telling me that there was no sound on that video. I didn't even realize it, man. You know, oftentimes I do not rewatch my videos, guys. I tell you guys, I don't edit my videos. I don't pre-record my videos. I just start going on the top of the head, man, or whatever the topic is. I just start going, ranting, man. So sometimes I don't even watch my videos to even realize or to check for, you know, posterity. And I didn't realize that it didn't record the sound, guys. So forgive me for putting that video up. And thank you for you guys for hitting me up and letting me know that there was no sound. I didn't even realize it. So I'm going to try to redo that video again. Once again, I don't write this stuff down. I don't edit these things. So I'm going to try to, you know, hit you guys with the same info I gave you in the last video about Anthony Edwards complaining, crying about being double teamed when he played against the Celtics. I think that was Thursday night that they played the Celtics a couple days back. And they interviewed this guy and he was complaining about the double teams. I mean, it's insane. These guys cry and moan about everything, man. They're not true competitors, man. And once again, Anthony Edwards exposes himself and exposes this era of NBA and why we do not feel these guys are as, you know, competitive as the guys in the past. Man, we're going to talk about this video. This guy talking about, crying about getting double teamed in a game, man. Insane. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states. Once again, guys, thank you very much for letting me know about my video. Thank you for all the support, guys. It's truly humbling, guys. Thank you very much, man. All the true basketball fans that continue to stand up, man. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to redo this Anthony Edwards video that I posted, I don't know, an hour or so ago, whatever it was. And like I said, shout out to all you guys for hitting me up and letting me know that there was no sound on the video. And I was shocked, guys. I couldn't believe it. I went back and I listened to the video. I went back and tried to listen to the video and wasn't getting any sound. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. I must have made a mistake when I was recording or something. I don't know, guys. But forgive me. Like I said, sometimes I don't go back and watch my videos. Oftentimes I do, just to make sure, I mean, that everything is accurate, or, you know, I'm saying things that I'm supposed to be saying, you know, or giving you guys the facts. So sometimes I'll go back and watch my videos after I post them just to make sure that I didn't label or title the video wrong and I'm talking about something else, but I labeled it something else, you know, things of that nature. But yes, so yes, guys, like I said, I wanted to talk about some comments that Anthony Edwards made a couple of days ago. They were asking him in the, you know, interviewing him after the game against the Boston Celtics in the locker room. And this was, I believe, was Thursday night. They played the Boston Celtics. And, you know, they got beat pretty handedly. And Anthony Edwards, I think, scored like 15 points in that game, if I remember correctly. And after the game, they were talking to him in the locker room, and he's sitting there like a goof, man. Like, you know, he ain't got a care in the world, man. No nonchalant, like he's cool like that. And he's sitting there complaining and crying about getting double teamed by the Lakers, by Celtics. Saying they were double teaming me. They were double teaming me. And he's talking about it as if, like, you know, that's a problem, apparently for him. He doesn't want to be double teamed. How dare these guys double team me? I'm Anthony Edwards. And I don't get it, man. This is when these guys get exposed. When they keep trying to tell us that these guys could play in any other era, they could play in the 80s and the 90s. When they say these things, it's not accurate. There's no evidence that points to these guys, most of these guys, being able to play in any past eras, guys. Because these guys are not true competitors. These guys are soft and frail. They don't want to play all 82 games. They don't want to show up to work. They're flopping around at a high level. Nobody wants any defense played against them. No physicality in the league. These guys are not true professionals. They're not. All they care about is the money and the fame. They don't care about the game of basketball. They do not care. And Anthony Edwards is not a true competitor. If you were a competitor, a true competitor, right, and you valued basketball to be competitive, then what are you crying about guys double teaming you? I don't get it. You know, Anthony Edwards is talking, man. He's like, yeah, you know, I can't go at them, you know, because they're double teaming me. I can't do what I want to do out there in the court. What the hell are you talking about? You can't do what you want to do in the court because you're getting double teamed. So essentially what Anthony Edwards is saying is he doesn't want any resistance. He wants no defense being played. The little defense that is being played is apparently too much for Anthony Edwards. He can't be double teamed in this weak soft era. How dare these people double team us, double team me? I can't go out there and do what I want to do. I can't put on the show for the people because they're double teaming me. Dude, that's the whole point of basketball. If you're supposed to be one of the premier players, you're supposed to be a superstar player in the league, then you're going to get double teamed, man. These things happen in the NBA. Once again, man, you're trying to sit there and compare yourself to some of the other all-time greats. They were comparing this man to Michael Jordan. It's laughable. He's nowhere near the player of Michael Jordan. We know that. But he's nowhere near the competitor of a Michael Jordan, guys. These are the glaring differences between a lot of these players today, the star guys of today, and the star players of the past, man. Joel Embiid, is he a competitor? Hell no. Anthony Edwards, is he a competitor? Hell no. Jimmy Butler, look at that clown. These guys are a bunch of clowns, man. A bunch of clowns. They're soft. They're not true competitors. James Harden, a true competitor. Paul George. No, LeBron James ain't a true competitor. Kevin Durant, it's laughable, man. Laughable. For a lot of these star players, Luka Doncic ain't no true competitor, man. For these guys to actually put themselves in that realm as if they're those guys. And Anthony Edwards talking about, yeah, you know, I'm a good basketball player, man. I should be able to go out there and show my skills and blah, blah, blah. So you can't show your skills because you're being double teamed. So how skillful are you? I thought you guys are the most skilled era in NBA's history. Meanwhile, all the great scores in NBA's history, they've been double-teamed and triple-teamed. They've had zone defenses run against them. They've run full-court presses on these guys, half-court traps to get the ball in these guys' hands. I mean, Michael Jordan was going against the Jordan rules. They were literally trying to hurt him out there. They literally said, we're physically trying to hurt Michael Jordan. That's what they were trying to do. That was their MO. That was their goal, to hurt Michael Jordan, to somehow get him out the game physically. Make it tough for him to make it through the series, make it through the game. So they'll grab his ankles, they'll trip him up, they'll slap him in the face, they'll elbow him in the head, right? They'll push him when he's in midair. All of these things they'll do to him, man, to hurt him. They were trying to hurt him, not to play hard-nosed defense on him and make him work and earn it. They wanted to hurt Michael Jordan out there. That's what Detroit Pistons were known for. They were a dirty team, guys. This is why the league complained about them. It wasn't Michael Jordan. The league complained about their dirty tactics, their cheap shots, and they said, you're going to get someone hurt. We don't want Larry Bird hurt. We don't want Magic Johnson hurt. We don't want Michael Jordan hurt. Why would you want the premier guys hurt? Due to dirty basketball. Not hard physical basketball, but to dirty basketball. That's the difference, guys. This wasn't the New York Knicks of the 90s who played hard-nosed basketball, not dirty basketball. The Pistons played hard-nosed defense, but they were dirty. They were dirty, and they were trying to hurt Michael Jordan out there. Could you imagine Anthony Edwards trying to go against that defense? What's he going to cry and moan about? Oh, these guys are playing too physical. They're actually playing defense and giving effort against me. They're trying to hurt me. You think Joel Embiid could deal with that kind of stuff? Imagine if they were trying to hurt Joel Embiid. They came out and said, we're physically trying to hurt Joel Embiid out there. We're physically trying to hurt Anthony Edwards. We're physically trying to hurt LeBron James. We're physically trying to hurt Luka Doncic. We're physically trying to hurt Jason Tatum. We're physically trying to hurt Nikola Jokic. Right? What if they were trying to hurt all these guys out there? We're physically trying to hurt SGA. And we all know with these soft, frail guys, mentally and physically, it would work. That's why we laugh when they say these guys can play in any other era. They would not be able to. They're not tough enough. You're just not tough enough. There's no evidence that shows and highlights these guys being tough enough to play in that era. They don't make professional athletes like they used to, guys. They don't make grown men like they used to, man. They don't make men like my father anymore. They don't make these kinds of people out there. Maybe you guys know. Maybe your father. Maybe you're that age. They don't make people like you guys anymore. These guys that were growing up in the 50s and the 60s, they're different than us, man. And that's damn sure different from the guys today. The people today, man. These kids today, man, these clowns, these soft goofs today, they couldn't last a week back in them days, man. They just not like that. And Anthony Edwards exposes himself yet again with some more stupid comments. I mean, this dude, when I tell you that these guys are not educated, that's not tearing down people or talking down to people who didn't go to college or have a degree or a diploma or anything like that. I didn't go to college. I went to the military, man. I barely graduated high school, guys. All right, barely, man. I was a C+ student, man. Maybe I would get a B- if it was like something like science, a subject that I enjoyed, man. But I was a C+ student, man. I wasn't out there getting straight A's, man. But the one thing that I always had was common sense, man, and street smarts, because my parents taught me these things, man. A lot of people today, they don't have common sense. They don't have street smarts. They're not educated at all. Anthony Edwards has no formal education. We can tell that right away. He's not educated when he speaks. The man's got no vocabulary. Once again, is Anthony Edwards a smart basketball player? Do you think he has a high IQ in the basketball court? I don't see it. I don't see how he has a high IQ. Is Anthony Edwards one of those elite two-way players? No, he's not. Never been all-defensive team, Anthony Edwards. How long has he been in the league now? 5, 6 seasons? I love when they talk to me about how athletic these guys are. They're so skilled. They're so much greater than the players in the past. Anthony Edwards being compared to Michael Jordan. But there's nothing in common with Michael Jordan except for the slam dunking. That's it. You're a high flyer. That's literally where the comparisons begin and end. Nothing else does Anthony Edwards do on the court that reminds me of Michael Jordan, man. Not the defensive end, not the shooting ability, the overall offensive game. Anthony Edwards out there taking 15 threes a game. I'm not impressed with this stuff, man. He's a shot chuck extraordinaire, man. He ain't doing nothing else on the court. He ain't rebounding at a high level. He ain't playmaking. He ain't playing that defense like that at a high level consistently. He ain't that dude. Never made an all-defensive team in his career. Not even once. Michael Jordan by now already had a couple of all-defensive teams, man. Has already won a Defensive Player of the Year award. Already leading and scoring multiple times at this point in his career. These guys are nowhere on the level of some of the all-time greats, man. The great players of today, over the last 5 or 6 seasons, the great players of the 2020s, I'm not impressed with these guys, man. Not impressed with Joel Embiid. I'm not impressed with Luka Doncic. I'm not impressed with these guys, man. Not impressed with Anthony Edwards. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you guys, I'm not impressed with Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. These are good players, man, but they're not historically great players, man. That's just my opinion, guys. I don't believe any of these guys are historically great players, man. They're good, great players for the era that they played in, and the era that they played in is the weak, softest era in the history of the game. And Anthony Edwards, you're a joke, man. You're an absolute joke. This guy gonna talk about crying about getting double teamed, man, that sells with double teaming him. These guys want to be superstar players, right? They want the money of a superstar. They want the fame of a superstar. But they don't want to take any responsibility of a superstar. They don't want to take no accountability, right? They don't want to get the treatment of a superstar. God forbid the teams are game planning for you. They're double teaming you. They're running plays at you all game long. These guys don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. You remember Devin Booker some years ago crying about being double teamed in a pickup game? Yo, why are you guys double teaming in a pickup game? It was like, how dare you guys play defense when we're just playing pickup basketball? And this is why these guys have no fundamentals, no skills that don't develop. Because you guys don't work on your games. You guys work on a game in an empty gym. No one playing defense against you. That's why I love when these guys, they'll post some video of them doing an off-season workout. They're in the gym knocking down jump shots with nobody around them in an open gym with no one there. You're just there in an empty gym with your trainer and your entourage, and you're chucking up some shots. You post this workout. Oh, man, look at so-and-so putting up all these shots. Look at work on his game. Ain't no work on no damn game. Ain't no playing defense on you. And once again, you guys will be out there playing pickup ball with nobodies, with no one. Guys lollygagging out there, going through the motions because they want to put something on film. So God forbid guys are playing defense and making it difficult for them, making them look bad on film. They don't want that. They want to be able to post some video and show them doing all this cool stuff. And that's essentially what Anthony Edwards is complaining about. I can't go out there and do my thing. I can't go at these guys because they were double teaming me. Yeah, well, if you're supposed to be the best player in the team, you're supposed to be one of the star players in the league. These are the kinds of things you're going to have to deal with, my man. Are you kidding me? Proving these guys are not true competitors. If you were a true competitor, then you wouldn't care about guys double teaming you, man. Are you kidding me? Guys running zones or guys trapping you and running these presses or whatever the case would be. You got to be kidding me, man. If you're a true competitor, you're out there to compete, play basketball. You're supposed to be one of the best players. Who gives a damn who's double teaming you? Go out there and do your thing. If they're double teaming you, somebody must be open. Pass the ball to somebody. Become a playmaker. I mean, my goodness, what are you crying about? I don't get it, man. Anthony Edwards, a lot of these other top guys, they want to be able to play their game with no resistance. It's almost like, how dare someone play defense against me in an era where there's no defense? So you're complaining about being double teamed in an era where there's real no defense being played like that consistently? Or the Celtics a formidable team? Yeah, they're a very good team for this era. But what are you complaining about, Anthony Edwards? You should be taking that challenge. You should be stepping up to the challenge and being a true competitor and not caring and giving a damn about people double teaming you, making excuses why you only scored 15 points. No, you guys always play up to, they want to score all these points against a weak competition, but when the stiff competition comes in, they do nothing. And as I'm always telling you guys on this channel, a lot of these guys stab pat against the weak teams. When the good teams come, they either load manage or they don't play in the same level. So you'll score 53 points against the Pistons, but against the Celtics, you score 15. Because once again, the class of team you're playing against, it matters for someone like Anthony Edwards, right? He can only raise his level of play when he's playing against weaker teams. But he can't raise his level of play when you're playing against teams that are better than you. And that's what the all-time great players do. That's what the superstar players do. They raise their level of play against the good teams, not the bad teams. right? That's what they do. Now these guys today stab pad against the bad teams. Against the good teams, they load manage or they don't do anything out there. And then they'll blame their teammates or they'll blame getting double teamed, man. It's an absolute joke, man. Anthony Edwards ain't no true competitor like that. This guy couldn't play in any other era. Remember, dunking hurts his hand. So he's not going to dunk the ball anymore. He's going to shoot 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 threes a game. Because he thinks that's basketball. That's what shows skill. That's what shows greatness, just chugging up a bunch of shots because dunking hurts your hand. Even though your entire game is supposed to be predicated on athleticism, you don't want to use athleticism because you're lazy and you're frail and you're soft. You guys are weak. You want to stand out there and take up them easy threes. It's easy to chuck up threes. Chuck up all these threes. You can miss all these shots and no one cares. You guys know the deal, man. This is why I don't respect Anthony Edwards and a lot of these clowns today, man. These guys continue to say and do dumb things that, make me not respect you. You complain about being double teamed? It's laughable, man. This is why the NBA is a joke, guys. These guys are not true competitors, man. You guys know the deal. I'll catch you guys on the next one.